Hey, what's going on, guys? Raj here. Hope you guys are doing well. Tonight, I am back again with a sample video. I'm going to be testing 5 samples that were sent to me by a UK reviewer who goes by the name of Smellythoughts on YouTube, Freddie in real life. He also sent some other samples to another Freddie, Hilaire, and I believe he's posted up a video recently. So this was great. He just contacted us and said, I want to send you some of my samples. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but I'm going to write a name which best describes or comes to mind when he thinks about this fragrance, and I'll show you that later. So yeah, really excited to try this. Thanks for sending them to me. And yeah, really looking forward to doing it. It's going to be a first impressions video. I've tried them on a few seconds ago, and I'll do a more full in-depth video. He sent me this card, which I thought was really cool. That's him there, Smelly Thoughts, enjoy Raj. And not only is he a YouTube reviewer, but he's also a blogger. I thought it was quite impressive, actually, his blog. I do read it from time to time, smellythoughts.wordpress.com, the l'enfant terrible of niche perfume critique. It's a cool guy. He has different tastes to many people. I imagine his taste to him is normal. But he supports the more underground perfumers, and he's very knowledgeable. Actually, once you start to watch his videos and start to interact with him on maybe Facebook or wherever, he has a really good knowledge of fragrance, and I particularly like his way of dissecting a note. It's very vivid and very creative with these imagery and his words that he uses. He's a cool guy. So let's just get straight into this. Quick first impressions. I've had these fragrances on for coming up to 2 minutes now. The first one is called Power. So there's the sample. I probably should do that. And I have no idea what's going on. Power. Yeah, I'm sure you can get an idea. So Power. First of all, it doesn't smell like anything I've smelt before. Smelled a little bit like a nice cleaning product, like a very green, lemony, very easy on the nose. Very nice. Cleaning product isn't a bad thing. It smells like something I've smelt in L'Occitane before. They have a verbena scent there, which I used to own, actually. So the first thing I thought of when I smelt that fragrance was, is this L'Occitane's verbena? But it's not quite, because L'Occitane's verbena has a more citrus, fresh feeling, whereas this one has a more green, almost piney like a floor cleaner type scent. I have a feeling that this is something that Freddie in Fumery Hilaire might have mentioned in his video. I kind of watched it and then stopped watching it halfway because I didn't want to like be influenced by his video. But I think he may have mentioned this one. I can't be 100% sure. It's actually pretty good. It has a floral element just in the background, which I can't really put my finger on, but it's quite sweet. It's basically for me a kind of sweet green, a luscious green scent, kind of floor cleanery like, with a touch of citrus and a floral, which I just can't put my finger on it. I'm not even sure if it is a floral. It's an interesting scent. I do like it. You're gonna have to excuse my sniffing. I've got it's not from the fragrances, it's from a bit of hay fever, so I don't know whether that's ruining my video, but I can still smell it. It's quite powerful. Power, is this the best word to use for this fragrance? I don't think so, actually. I don't know what, maybe clean. Clean might be a good way to describe this. An interesting scent. I might come back to that later on. Next up is interesting description. This one is called Stone. That is Stone. Not sure if that's picking it up, but yeah, I mean stone. I mean, you don't have to see the word, but yeah, so this is actually really good. I do like this a lot. Is it like a violet? Is it like a violet lavender type scent? It's a bit difficult to put my to kind of pinpoint. This is what's great about blind sniffing. You don't always know what you're smelling. You kind of have an idea, and sometimes when you read the notes afterwards, you're like, oh yeah, it's that, or oh yeah, it's this, but it kind of has it reminds me of like an air freshener. It reminds me of an air freshener that you might put in your car, which again is not a bad thing because they make your room smell good, but it's kind of almost cough syrupy as well. Like a like a kind of medicinal aspirin type scent, like when you crush up an aspirin. That's a weird scent to get, actually, to be honest. It's definitely interesting, definitely interesting. Need to spend a bit more time with these fragrances. These are literally first impressions. Next up, going on to a fragrance called Decay. Decay. I'm not sure about focusing here. I'm not too bothered about it. But Decay, so it doesn't smell like anything's decaying. That's what I have to say. It doesn't smell bad. It's a strange choice of word to use. It smells like potpourri to me. It's funny how with these three scents, I'm getting a kind of a cleaner style product which is supposed to make your room smell nice. That's what I'm picking up in these three so far. They're all different, but this one has a potpourri, almost like a rosy background, not back, a rose scent in the background, giving it a very lush, a plush feel, very juicy type red, blackcurranty, fruity type note. Almost some licorice in there, maybe some licorice, like a sweetness, continuing with this sweet theme, maybe intertwining with the rose. It's an interesting scent. Decay is the last word I would use of this fragrance. I don't have any idea which scents these could be, like which the actual names of the fragrances so far. They're interesting so far. I do like them. There's nothing so far that I've smelt that I've disliked. However, we are coming on to one now called Sweat. So, yeah, Sweat. Let's see what this is all about. I see why he may have given the name Sweat here. Yeah, it's not a sweat like a body odor. It's not like a sweat like on the body. It's a sweat like which is you might smell on clothes after you've gone out for the night, the night before. You then have your clothes which is just covered in this BO scent and just like on your skin. It almost smells like a kind of lemon sherbet. Is that weird? Is that a strange thing to get? Like those I don't know what they were called, but they were these circular things, and inside you had this lemon sherbet powder, like these UFO style sweet things. It's very weird. It's very weird. It's kind of got this sweaty, yeah, sweat, as you said, sweaty lemon sherbet. Would you want to smell like sweaty lemon sherbet? I don't know. I'm gonna test it out, and yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that will be an interesting scent to wear. Okay, now going on to the final one. This one is Spirit. So yeah, Spirit. And yeah, it's not gonna. Anyway, so this is a beautiful scent. This is a really, really beautiful. I love this a lot. It's got to be a jasmine note in there. It has to be a jasmine note because it reminds me of walking in my garden, or it could be anywhere, where there is a jasmine plant which is blooming or has bloomed, and you're sitting in your garden. It's not an intense floral. You're sitting in your garden, and the waft, this scent of the jasmine plant is wafting towards you in waves. It's really good. It almost smells like a very toned down version of Serge Lutens' Fleur d'Oranger. And it almost has that kind of neroli orange blossom, or maybe that is just coming from the jasmine. It feels very, very natural, very authentic. From the moment I sprayed this, it was immediately jumping off my skin. It's quite loud, very pure scent to me. Almost soapy, like a green soap, mixed in with a touch of jasmine. And it's an interesting scent, I have to say. So these are all interesting fragrances, Freddie. Thanks for sending them to me. I'm going to be wearing them, and I'm going to try and guess what they are. I don't know if I'll be able to do that because they're all quite unique. I think it might be very difficult for me to guess. I'm going to try and wear these as much as possible and report back in the video. And I'll see you guys soon. I'm going to leave the link down to Freddie's channel. check out his channel, see what he has to say. If you like what he has to say, subscribe. He's bringing something new to the table. He has an interesting take, interesting style, and I'm learning new things from his channel all the time. I don't always, sometimes I know about the brand, sometimes I don't. And I always say that, if something doesn't get spoken about, if something doesn't get any attention, then how will it become well known? And how will we get our noses on this? That's what I think he's doing in the fragrance community. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.